I see that little smirk on her face. Tuesday night, 100% live. St. Ricketts where fire cannot burn at www.stricketts.com. I don't have to reinforce the fact we need a reunion, gentlemen. I'm going to say it every single night. Still happens. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome 100% live to a brand new episode of The You Show. You. I am Jeff the Shark Perini, 100% live. JD Wolf, I'm going to put your comment up, yo, from the Northland, because you, Jewel, and I are friends until Thursday night when the Eagles take on those Minnesota Vikings. We won't be friends anymore. Jerry in the house. Jerry, what is up, man? Thanks for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. Steve Higgins in the house. Yo. Jewel, I am so amped up. I am Jeff the Shark Perini, by the way. You're a host for the Tuesday night festivities. And with me, as always, 258 episodes deep, over 6 years, the co-hostess with the mostest, the sister from another mister, and Lord, last week she got proposed to, so you know, the most beautiful twice, the most beautiful face in all podcasts, webcasts, broadcasts, simulcasts, bodycasts, etc., cast of characters, the one and only Miss Jewel Tatey. Jewel, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff. How are we doing tonight?
We're doing great. This could be an epic show. JD, exactly right. Jewel, great to see you tonight. Great to be here tonight. And, man, first of all, so I don't mess up, a massive thanks to last week's guest, Miss Veronica Wickton Rice. Jewel, a couple great songs she brought to us. Amazing on the program last week. We love her. And we're glad she's back in the music picture. So it was great having her last week. And, you know, not to keep talking, cutting you off, but you think, can it get better than that? It sure can. Jewel, tonight, over the last 3 days, this has been pegged in my car and in my house and all over my music library, wherever it may be. Our special guest tonight, Young Other. Jewel, holy Moses. I got to tell you.
I love how it looks like yo.
It does look like yo. There's a little thing that Dale's going to talk to us about with their Twitch channel, and we almost copyright infringed one another.
Okay.
But we'll get to that. And you know what? They're allowed to be yo because they're that freaking good. Joel and I have been playing it.
If you're here, your family.
Right. Exactly. Once you're yo, your family, and we mean that for life. Something we do here, top 5 list, and usually I try to get it to the band, but we got on this new kick, Jewel and I, after realizing that we've worn everything out. So,
seriously,
if I do top 5 male and top 5 female vocalists one more time, I'm going to scream. So tonight,
top 5 guitars, top 5 drummers, like,
you know, Radio 717 in the house. Jesse and the gang out there, up in the Lancaster area, the Love Drafts gang, 717.
Did you ever talk to them about that thing we discussed?
Not yet.
I think it was last night's show, too.
Oh, re-hit me with it, because I'm going to need to know it. So, tonight's top 5 bands of the 80s. I know it has absolutely nothing to do with the young other who probably weren't born in the 80s. I was like in high school. But anyway.
I was born in the 80s, so.
Stop. Top 5 bands. Now, how we did it last time in the 70s, these were bands that got their start in the 70s. Didn't necessarily hit their peak. They may still be around today. These are bands that kind of came out in the 80s, got their role in the 80s, and may still be out today.
This was tough.
Really? I thought it was a piece of cake. I actually had 30 of them. I cut it down. I did. I cut it down, and number 5 is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I got to tell you, for a band still hanging on, still putting out great hits, early 80s, man, check it out with Jerry Penacoli. He was the host.
I didn't think of them.
Yeah, man. First time I ever saw that was on that show. God, am I old? Number 4, so Poison. So old. Brent Michaels still going strong. The gang from Poison, number 4. Number 3, Joel, this may be one you would never expect from me, but if you remember the MTV era, this band dominated for a while. REM. Like they were all right, and
that's my song because I'm always in the corner.
Hello, I'm sorry I lost my. I'm not even gonna sing with Dale being backstage.
But the frequency can't. Was that them?
What's the frequency, Kenneth? REM, you know? Give it away now. Of course, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Oh,
So I had to get REM. Number 2 and number 1, Jewel. I don't even have to say it. If you know me, if you've been watching the show long enough, you know.
you know.
Number 2 is Motley Crue. Come on now.
Oh, I thought you were number 1. I'm
Crue's
so
up top
tired.
there.
I'm coming.
Mickey and Vince, Tommy and Mick. And it's funny because number 1 seems to be right next to those guys. Axl and Slash and Duff and the gang from Guns N' Roses at number 1 band of the 80s. Jewel, it was a tough time. The 80s, you know, the glam rock stuff, and then the Seattle sound, a little bit of a headbutt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but they're
tough
both,
time.
They're both your twists. So, yeah. I tried to switch it up, but I had to be true to myself because we always pick our personal favorites. So number 5. And now I'm like, I hope I got this right, but Prince, correct? Prince came out in the 80s?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Purple Rain, I think it was like 80. Oh, Jesus. 84, I think?
Yeah.
Wow. God.
Yeah, I wasn't born, but Prince is such a big part of my...
You're driving that nail in the coffin tonight.
Yes. Number 4. I do love this woman. You're probably going to give me sugar for it, but...
Sugar. I'll give
Madonna.
you sugar for it.
I'm such a big Madonna fan.
And,
I
mean, the 80s, come on.
Yeah, that was Madonna. And she just broke the mold in so many ways. And she just always, like, came out with new stuff and reinvented herself. And I don't know. She still kicks ass.
As an artist?
her as an actress as well. So,
as an artist, I'll never dump on Madonna. Terrific
No.
artist. Kinsey King, speaking of great artists. Yo, what is up, brother? In the house. Jewel Tati, number 3.
Number 3 just shaped my love of hip hop in general and made it what it is today. And it wouldn't be that without Dr. Dre and NWA.
Wow. NWA is a sensational one. Wow. That's a great one.
I love Dre. I was watching, Kevin Hart has this new interview show. It's pretty good, but he had Dre on. And Dre's like, I hate the term gangster rap. Like, it was never supposed to be gangster rap, but that's, I don't know. Gangster rap is like all I listened to in high school, pretty much. So, anyway, number 2, another hip hop, Beastie Boys.
Oh, man, great one. I said this was hard.
Just like every party, every memory I have growing up is just Beastie Boys playing somewhere in there. So, I get props. And number 1, my favorite as well is GNR. Like, it was just my it was like my first favorite rock band that, I don't know, like my older brothers and sisters liked it, but I don't know. Saw November Rain and just changed me. Axl was like one of my first crushes.
That's right. You too. And my wife.
Oh my God.
Everybody in Axl. My
that
wife.
Video.
You, my brother, Mike, his ex-girlfriend, Mindy, back in the day. It was all about Axl Rose. And wow. I mean, hey.
And that wanted me to want to play the guitar as well. Like, I just wanted to learn it, but, you know, that never came to pass.
Slash is my boy. I love me some Slash. Top 5 bands of the 80s. Let's rehash. Number 5, Jeff. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Number 4, Poison. Number 3, REM. Number 2, Motley Crue. Number 1, of course, Axl and Guns N' Roses. Jewel Tati came back. Jewel Tati came back with Prince at number 5. Madonna at number 4. This one crushes. NWA, dude. Nice job. Number 2, the Beastie Boys. Good one. Number 1, of course, Guns N' Roses. NWA great because you think bands. And it's not that they're not a band. It's a rap group or whatever. But their rap style really kind of paved the way for what's going on today, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a rap
they were
guru.
controversial. They were groundbreaking. They were just like, you know, pretty much saying what everyone wanted to say at the time. You know what I mean? But they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, man. Like, so they are true artists. And I'm just glad hip hop gets the recognition it deserves these days.
Well done. Just an amazing list. And they did change the industry, JD. You're right. They really did. Like, just such a unique, I don't want to say unique sound, but a unique message, a unique delivery. It was kind of like, we don't care. This is us.
Public Enemy, too. They kind of did.
I like Public Enemy. I grew up with that. I saw them live. I saw them, They opened for the Beastie Boys in like
Nuh-uh.
1987. Yeah, it was Murphy's Law. It was
That's
like
the
a
year I
punk
was
rock
born.
band. Beautiful. This is getting better every moment. I was like 18.
Oh man, I
Try-
wish I was there as a
Trying
fetus.
to make out with some girl I met from a rival high school, and I got shot down. God, after an hour of talking, I got shot down. It's disgusting.
It's usually after
Just-
2 hours you get shut down.
Well, an hour, and I went in for the lean, then I got the whoa. I thought we were like being friends here, and I'm like, yeah, that's exactly why a 16-year-old guy talks to you for hours outside of a concert.
That has to be like the worst feeling, especially as a
It
young man. Like I
sucks.
couldn't imagine like just going in
I
and
guess
rejection.
he looks back now and thinks, God, that guy's on the Yo Show. I could have been making out with the guy from the Yo Show.
Talking
know,
to him for
JD
2 hours.
Right. Talk that spot for 2 hours. It happens to us people, JD. Again, a
Oh.
young other around 8:30. Jewel, we're going to do, and for everybody watching, if you want to hang around and watch, we're going to do a special announcement around 9 o'clock tonight. Something that's big to me and Jewel, something new, something we can't wait for. And the reason why we're waiting until 9 is because we got to get in some music. And I'm telling you, man, we've been fortunate enough to find all these bands, fortunate enough to go to shows with bands and meet other people. And like I said, I got to meet these guys in person. Super cool. Then I started checking out the music. And I'm like, okay, this is like groundbreaking. Like, this needs to be heard. This needs to be the hottest stuff out there. Young Other is the band. And I am going to share screen. Sure, we got to fix this technology before the big announcement.
Yeah.
It'll get better. Cabin Fever is the one I went with first, Jewel. We got 3 of them lined up for you tonight. We're going to play Cabin Fever first. And then around 8:30, we're going to bring Dale into the program. This right here, everybody, but I always tell you, you find your great music here at the Yo Show. I mean it. JD Wolf, get ready, bud, because this is all for you here. I know you're going to love it. Young Other. Cabin Fever, right here live on the Yo Show. We'll be back in about 4.5 minutes. I don't even have to tell you to enjoy because you absolutely will. We'll be right back here on the Yo Show.
Somber, here again, all alone, nowhere to roam, it never ends. But for a while it's been hard to even foresee the road ahead, the warning red. What will it be? Lost in silence, it echoes to the walls, deafening the will inside. I don't recall where it's going, how it ends. Everything inside my mind is changing again. So familiar, this place
Holy hell. Cabin Fever is the song. The band is Young Other. Jewel Tatey, Blow Me Away with a Feather there, or Knock Me Over, whatever the heck it is. The results, Damn Son, and he is so good live. He is. We
man.
were going to talk about that. I like Cabin Fever. We all do. Incredible live. Yes, they are. Oh my God, like everybody's just blowing it up tonight. Oh yeah.
Blow it
That
up.
rocks. Steve Higgins, thank you very much. Killer, horns up. Even the wife, who I've converted into a hard rock and metal fan. Oh my God, these guys
Really
are
has.
fire. I have,
all of our bands.
and I'm loving it. And I told her today, I said, try to get into this. And she was at work. And I know she listens. And then like later today, she's like, yeah. And I'm like, make sure you get in there and get on when that tune is in. Wow, just
I know. I wish I was at the gym right now. Bumming it out.
tuning in from Australia. Look at that. Thank you very much. A big Young Other fan. I don't blame you. Zero Cool X says hello. We appreciate that. That is just awesome. And we love people coming from all over. If you're new to us, we are the Yo Show.
Good day.
Good day, right? We have a New Zealander joining us tomorrow, Joel, for Yo Wednesday.
Oh, they're
So-
a Kiwi, not an Aussie.
Right. It's a little different.
Just so
I
you
know
know.
it is. But I'm just saying all the down under stuff going on.
I'm just saying it would get me pumped up. That sounded weird because I'm literally with the band, but I just meant it's a great workout song.
It is. Cassie's at the
Waiting.
gym.
Yeah.
She's at the gym, doesn't want to be there. And I'm sure she's firing it up and probably playing it while she's working out. Jocelyn Gallagher in the house. Thank you so much. Jocelyn is an awesome coworker of mine, probably like my best bud at work. And I said, check it out. And she's like, I will. I said, if it sucks, tell me. She's like, stop. So I appreciate it. Loving it so far. Thank you very much. That's what we do here. We do it Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. If you're new to it, we talk, we chat, we play music, we have great guests, we do top 5 lists, we do all kind of stuff. And we drink beer, Joel. And tonight, an interesting new choice. Scrag Mountain Pills Salt and Lime by Lawson's.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds like a headache.
it definitely has all that.
Well, I actually have some wine tonight.
Thank you, Kinsey.
Recovering.
You become a wine person. I also have Voodoo Ranger.
Sometimes.
Joel, it's the first ever fruit punch IPA.
Oh,
Force by Voodoo Ranger. It's unique, at least.
I'm not a fan of like fruit flavors, as you know.
We are a few minutes away from Young Other and Dale, and we can't wait for that. I'm so excited. And Joel, I'm going to tell you, not because he's sitting backstage, he could be sitting anywhere. And I'm going to tell you that Dale is one of the most easy to reach, laid back, cool people who's just down for anything. We had great chats, and he even gave me a pronunciation of his last name, because you know how I love to screw that up.
You mispronounced pronunciation. That's funny.
I know I mispronounced pronunciation. Brandon Worrell in the house, our
Brent.
photographer and our great friend. And they
Photog
Dale way of putting it.
extraordinaire.
And he's a great dude. And I was telling my wife the other day, like, you and Brent become like my best buds. I love you for it.
Oh,
Fruit Punch IPA, you know what? Zero Cool. It's decent because it starts off like Fruit Punch. And then at the back end, you get that IPA.
yeah. The IPA part is what just.
It's not that bad, though.
I feel like they all taste the same. Like no matter what flavor, it still has that like hoppy weirdness.
You gotta try this. I'll save you one next time you're in
Just
town.
stick with my captain.
Dale is one of the best humans on the planet. And
Aw.
again, not to embarrass him because he's backstage. I've heard that like 6 times in like the last hour before coming on. Like, Dale, oh my God, Dale's great. Dale would love Dale. And I met him. And so I'm going to say you're probably
This
right.
is so nice. Like all the comments
Yeah, like-
are flooding in. Don't
It
make me cry
is,
tonight. I'm very emotional.
Brent hung with Kinsey this weekend. I see that Brent gets out more than we do now.
He really
Brent
does.
branches out.
I mean,
Dale's a
absolutely more
beautiful
than me.
human
But
being. Man, this
you're
is
hard to beat.
just- Check the message I sent you. Do not read on air. I can't give that info. Oh, there's scoop that I'm not allowed to even tell. Are you kidding me? You're
I
going to give
just
me
just get it,
scoop?
and I don't get a message. Thanks,
because
Brian.
I get the feeling it's a little
Oh.
guy-ish.
Guy-ish? Oh.
Whoa! All right, Drew. I will absolutely tell you this right after the show.
Okay.
could be
No, text me now. I'm kidding.
I can't.
okay.
Maybe I'll text you. After we talk to Dale, we'll leave it to Dale.
All right,
If
all right,
Dale
all right.
thinks I should text you while we're on the air, he'll say so. If he says no,
Yeah, I'll give 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff to do later on. Some big announcements, like I said, for some future stuff here. We're going to do our showdown. Don't think I forgot about that showdown. And I know which side Jules taking. I love it. We had a showdown, Jewel, of Scarlett Johansson versus. Yes, I did my homework. It's actually pronounced Gal Gadot.
I'm never saying it like that. She's just a gal.
So we did a showdown to see who the fans thought was
Oh, good
just
Lord.
the ultimate babe. So it's kind of Black Widow versus Wonder
Ultimate
Woman.
babe. This is like
It's a little
hot or not
sexist.
list. Yeah, it is. a
It's
little bit.
not hot or not, because if it's hot or not, it'd be you versus me.
I'm
pretty
simply
sure
going
I
off
know
of
which way.
badassery, so you know
It
which
is?
way I'm
Well,
going
it's definitely
with.
Scarlet still. I love you guys. You make my Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Thank you so
You make
much.
our Tuesdays too.
You can't go wrong with a showdown. Right, Joel? Love a good showdown.
There's so many good topics tonight. There's a lot that I didn't even send you, but they
there
can
is.
come up along the conversation.
They can. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, we're going to talk real quick because, like I said, we saved the guests for 8:30, and people kind of hinge on that and like, oh, you did it early. Rah. So relax. 8:30. But the Philadelphia Eagles, everybody, are 1-0. Not the best performance. A little sloppy. And I don't want to say that we beat the New England Patriots because Dale's kind of from like the New England area. Sorry, brother.
Sorry.
But yeah, the Eagles looked a little sloppy, or, and here's the thing: I'm telling a lot of people, like,
They
nah,
were
maybe
sloppy.
right, maybe New England's offense and this Mac Jones have finally found their niche because they look sharp. Their offense looked pretty good. New England's did. They've
Wasn't
struggled for years
great.
with quarterback, but no, they look good though. But we're a little bit better. We look good.
They
Room
look
to
good.
improve, like I
There's
said.
like stupid mistakes, like
Well,
a
that's
lot of them.
Thursday night against those Minnesota
Cost the game,
Vikings.
though. Yep.
And I'm kind of wondering, Jewel, with JD Wolf out there, maybe a little challenge.
Okay.
Maybe a little challenge. We have Tom Brady was in the house. You can't beat that.
He looks like he's so skinny now. He's like, hi, I'm Tom Brady.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Love it.
Oh God, I hate Tom Brady so much.
Come on, man. I do too. Did you see all the memes today with
I'm sorry, that's mean, but
did you see all the memes of Tom Brady today since Aaron Rodgers went down last night for the season?
I
And there's all
don't
these
know what's up
pictures
with
of-
Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, did he fall or something? I missed that.
torn Achilles. He got hit like the third play of the game. Tore his Achilles.
Is he
done
done?
for the year. Done for the
He's
year. A lot of
done?
people, yeah, a lot of people think it might be a career ender. And
Holy crap!
there was all these memes, memes of Tom Brady in a Jets uniform. Hilarious, like freaking hilarious.
Oh my God, that
Giants
commercial is
looked
really
amazing.
funny. All the dudes in retirement want to come
Yeah, I
back.
like that one.
It's
That's a
funny.
good one. The Giants did look amazing. Kinsey King. I think they may have got one first down.
Mm. they're great.
Horrible. Unfortunately, Dallas looked that great. But the Eagles are 1-0, Jewel. I got a good feeling still. Got a lot of talent here. And you got to keep in mind, a lot of guys like Hurts did not play all preseason. I don't think A.J. Brown did. So, no meshing. Fantasy football this week, in case anybody's wondering. 4 teams, 0-4. Thank you very much. Lost
Ooh,
every
very
game.
nice. Oh my God.
Me and the
Oh,
Giants.
0-4. I am like, I'm on the mend. Just so you know, I need a little assistance tonight. But I watched that Kelsey documentary today.
Mm-hmm.
I was like so emotional. It was so sad.
I haven't seen it yet.
It just came out today. So
Okay, came out today because I thought
Yeah.
George Palace was on the other day. Yeah, smooth like a big 0-0, which I'd say might be butt cheeks because the Giants played like butt cheeks.
yeah.
So did my fantasy football team. Horrible. All right, let's get out of the bad news. Let's get to the good news, Shulty, because our guest tonight, let's get right to it. The band Young Other, when I first met these guys, it was a big event up at Love Drafts up here in Pennsylvania, and a few people said, look, stop everything you're doing before the bands come on, before you get into anything else. Go over and meet these guys, Young Other, and you're going to love them. And I met them, and they're super cool. And I'm like, let's look into the music. And the music I fell in love with. And like I said, now I don't want to reveal that secret. I'll say it in private again to you later. But just like the way that
What is it?
we interacted with Dale and how easy it was. I'm going to tell you, easy was just amazing. Jen Himes, thank you. Even though you're working, say hi to everybody at work because
So nice.
no, your work
Jen!
friends you refer to, right? Cheers to Jen, even though you're working. But I said, yeah, no matter what, I got to get this. Like, I got to have this band. I got to talk about this music. And we made a day, and Dale and I agreed to it, and he's here tonight. From the band Young Other, and let me make sure I get this right, because I actually had it spelled out for me. Dale Bellevue. Bellevue, is that right?
Bellevue, that is correct. Yes.
All right, we're doing great, man. And
Hello.
first, I'm looking like Bill Bivdevo. No, I was kidding. I was looking. I'm like, just don't mess it up, because I'm not great with pronouncing names, and didn't want to mess it up. And dude, usually we say a bunch of kind words, but I'm just going to say first and foremost, thank you so much for being easily reachable and being so into this from every moment, and really like a class act thing, dude. From the get-go, you've been about it. We met, you were super cool, and when I first reached out to you, ever since, you've been like perfect on target. We really appreciate it.
Of course. I mean, thank you so much for being here, and just this is actually like my first interview this year. So you really you bring it back into the. I barely appreciate it. It's helped me a lot.
Oh, wow. Thank you so
That's
much.
very cool. Yeah, thank you. We greatly appreciate it, and I got to get right to it. We get down some questions, and sometimes we improv them, but I want to know about, coming out of Massachusetts. Like we push the PA sound hard, and everybody's all about PA, but there's bands all over that migrate here, make their way here, and make great friends here. What's the scene like up there in the New England area before the Patriots lost? No. What is the music scene up like there? Because I know down here it's making such a great push. And what is the rock scene and the hard rock scene looking like in Massachusetts?
Well, I have to be honest. As a rock band in New England, it is a struggle. We come from an area, especially since the later late 2000s, where metalcore became the big thing, and it's Switching Gauge, you can hear All That Remains, all the last big bands that kind of break from this area have been just heavier bands, and that's what the scene kind of rode around to. So we really don't fit anywhere. When we're with certain bills, we'll toss you over here, and then these other guys are heavier, and we're kind of like the light guys, or then we're too heavy for the lighter crowd, which is kind of indie. So we're kind of like in the middle, and it's a struggle. But there's been some rock bands popping up the end. It's been nice to just kind of and kind of plan for setting some shows up with them and stuff. But it's a bit of a challenge, but it's refreshing when we get out of New England, and we just recognize how much appreciation there is for music style elsewhere in the country, and it just kind of warms us when we could come back home.
Very cool.
That's amazing. Jeff, are you getting the same delay that I'm hearing? Or
A little bit. It's
Okay.
a little bit like a double delay, but it's working good. Like, it sounds good. It's just got a little bit of a delay to it, but we're doing good.
All right, I'm hearing double. I'm sorry. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
You're that excited. We get it.
Is this any better?
Yeah,
it's
that's
good.
a
Yeah,
lot
it's good.
better.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
So
So,
what
yeah, go ahead.
specifically got you into music? Like what? How old were you? Did you were you classically trained?
Actually, it's pretty remarkable. I ever since being a kid, being in the backseat of my parents' car, driving around, my dad would be playing Ozzy or ZZ Top or anything like that, and I would just sit there and pretend to be like playing guitar on my fingers and just like feeling the beat and stuff like that. And I knew just music was something. And then come around 13 or 14, I started understanding emotion, and I was like, wow, I want to be able to portray this in a certain way. And I just started kind of attempting to sing in my bedroom and as a teenager, and that's just kind of where it went. I've never had a lesson in my life. I don't know what I'm doing. One guy, my English teacher in 9th grade noticed. Well, I've always struggled with English; it's not my strong suit. But my
Same.
English, it's tough. It's like you wouldn't think it is, but writing all these essays and the way they have to be structured and stuff, it's just not my thing. But the poetry section came around, poetry semester, and my teacher pulled me aside and he's like, "Hey, you like writing poetry?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I just like writing things and metaphors and writing, feelings out. And he's like, well, you like music? And I said, oh yeah, I love music. And he started showing me how to apply melody to what I was writing, and it changed the game for me there. And he was actually in a band, so he was kind of like my biggest inspiration, still is, because he really changed my life by pulling me aside like that.
Wow.
I love hearing those stories, and that it just always amazes us, just the structure of songs and how they come together so perfectly. And you guys just do a great job. The sound's so tight. How did you guys discover your unique sound and where you wanted to take the band?
That's that goes pretty far back. My first band in high school and a little bit outside of high school, I was in a grunge-ish band, like absolute huge Lane Staley fan, Kurt Cobain, Chris Cornell.
Oh, yes.
You sound like Lane Staley.
Thank you. I do get that a lot, especially at shows. It's honestly, it makes me very like grateful. Just that people can hear the roots of my influence. And
I cried. I cried when he died. I actually cried that day. And I don't cry much for that. I cried that day.
I mean, I cried the day Chris Cornell passed away, so I'm right there in the same boat with you. I was like 7 when Lane passed, so didn't even know it was music.
Jeff was like 50.
Yeah, Jeff was like 40.
No.
Kidding. We kid here.
But yeah, I was in a grunge band, and my guitarist Brandon at the time, he was in a metal band, like Bullet for My Valentine style, very, very heavy. And I grew up with him as a kid, and in high school he went this way, I went this way to a different high school, and we kind of went out of touch. But then within that time we both made our own bands and stuff, and kind of just like lost touch. But then we started like seeing each other in the scene when we started playing shows towards the end of high school, and then his band ended up just ending, and same with my band. We kind of parted ways, and I just shot him a message one day because I noticed he was moving into an apartment. I was like, hey, I got a truck, I can help you out. And I went there, and his mom didn't realized who I was, but Brandon didn't know because I grew my hair out. So I had a different kind of incognito style going on. And he's like, well, really? And we started talking about what we've been up to. And he's like, you're in a band? I was like, yeah. So we kind of brought it and met halfway between, that metalcore sound and grunge and into like what we kind of are. I really don't know what to genre-wise what to call ourselves, because I don't know. I mean, I'm always asking people like, hey, what do you kind of classify us as? Because it's tough.
Because you can do it all. That's just what it is. It's
Exactly.
everything.
Our good friend Jesse Morgan, one of the great people up there in the Lancaster and the Upper PA area, that just are going to love you as well from your great work with Nailbite. We'll talk about the Team Tinman Cancer Benefit, because everybody wants to talk about it. We met you up there. You came in and you appeared. You jumped on stage with Nailbite. Like, the two of you together are just really taking it by storm. And I tell you what, like, that fast, just meeting you that fast, seeing you on stage with them, and just the camaraderie of it is amazing. Do you think, like, because I know you had a great New Year's Eve party, we had some of these bands play with you as well. Do you feel like bands need to get rid of that competition stuff, make it a community? Do you think it builds it stronger? Because I love what the local bands are doing.
I completely stand by that. We actually were in a competition with Nailbite.
Yes.
The Battle of the Bands for DWP, and we out of 400 bands, it was Young Other and Nailbite at the very end, and we ended up beating them. And as soon as we won, I sent a video message to Nailbite saying, hey, you guys were absolutely phenomenal. Let's keep in touch. Let's set some shows up. Let's do stuff. And they reached back out, and we kind of stayed in touch and grew as friends from there. And then they ended up on Louder Than Life with us. But it was a lot of fun being down there. And Young Other was supposed to play that benefit, but there's been a lot of change that has been happening this year within the bands, and that kind of prevented us from not being able to play that show. But I was like, I'm still going down. I'm still going to see everybody and support such an amazing cause. And Johnny's like, hey, I want you to come on stage with me tonight. And I'm like, Yeah, what do you want me to sing, man? You playing a cover? And he's like, oh, no, we're not playing a cover. Well, I think you should sing the song. I'm like, what, dude? I don't even know your words. So
Wow.
we went into his car, and we just kept playing the song over and over and over. And he's like, this is the chorus. This is the chorus. Just get it down. And I started singing it, and Lana was like, oh, yeah, this is it. And she's like, okay, I'll come back in and scream at this part. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll go from there. And it just clicked. And I actually reached out to Johnny not too long ago about just being like, hey, you want to just get in a room together and just write and see what happens, whether it becomes a Young Other Nailbite song or becomes something. Let's just try it out. So I'm going to be seeing him soon and just kind of seeing what we can do. I mean, that's how all this music today is coming to be. Like all the stuff you hear on the radio, it's this guy from this band and this guy from this band got in a room and they were like, hey, yeah, this would fit as your band. So just take it, just throw me on the writer credit kind of thing. Like I feel like there needs to be more of that in the scene and people to put their genre differences aside and just be like, hey, sweet, you write stuff that headbangs. Hey, I write stuff that headbangs. It's a little different, but I think we could come to a kind of a midpoint here and let's just try it. And it's cool.
I don't see why not. And I got to tell you, because Jewel unfortunately had something come up that weekend and couldn't make it. I was there. My wife was there. And for you to say how it was like last minute, no, we kind of, it blows my mind because you jumped on stage, like you remember that band, and ripped it out. Jewel, I'm telling you, the place went nuts because you couldn't believe the two of them together on the same stage. So I'm amazed by that. Like, well, I am kissing your ass too, but why not? It's amazing. It seems so perfect. And here you said you did it a few minutes before the show even started.
Yeah, I went down there just to show up and hang out with everybody and just see so many familiar faces from the festivals and stuff. And I was not expecting to step on stage at all. I was like, dude, I got nervous because they're like, we want you to sing with us. I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And they're like, no, just come out and do it. So we went in the car. Yeah, like 10 minutes and came back out, felt good. And then I was sitting side stage and I knew that the song was coming up and I'm like, oh, come on, just please let it be good. Please let it be good. I just went up there and I let it all go and we did it. And people were just not expecting that. And I think that was the coolest factor of that.
Incredible.
That's amazing. And only true artists can do that. You see it with like just all these veteran artists that go out there. I love Bruce Springsteen. I bring him up almost every episode, but he does that with his band. Like, all right, I'm going to play a song. Like, you guys better get it or you're done. So, yeah, props to you. And I'm so mad I missed that show because that would have been amazing. But are you coming back to the PA area anytime soon?
Personally, yes, I will be down there because I'm going to be meeting up with Johnny. But performance-wise, probably not until next year. I'm looking at springtime to hopefully finally return to the stage. I still have a lot of stuff that's going on, but we've been writing heavily this year. And what is was something I wanted to do at the beginning of this year when things kind of started just shifting heavily. I was like, hey, you know what? I need to focus on the things I can control, and the things I can control is writing music. And it doesn't take many other people, and I'm grateful for my producer Chris that I've just been working one-on-one with him some songs, and it's been just a very growing kind of year for me as a musician, and that's what I wanted. And this year I've already been in the studio more times than I have been in the past 5 years.
Wow.
When we wrote the Between the Few EP, when we wrote Cabin Fever and all of that. So a lot of new music is in the works, and the next couple of years are shaping up pretty nice. And it's amazing what you can do when you take a year off and you really focus on what you want to do. So it's cool.
Yeah, and get re-inspired. Talk a little bit about Cabin Fever. I mean, the song's amazing. The video is so cool. And it's a part of a trilogy, right?
Yeah, so we call it the Cabin Fever trilogy. But so Cabin Fever is like the idea of being like stuck in your mind, and you have cabin fever of being stuck in your mind. You don't want to be there anymore. And so it goes even further back than that. Between the Few, the song and the music video starts this whole story. We didn't know it at the time, but we've been writing this collective body of work that's it's a story, and it's all tying together within itself. And going into the, I guess the second part would be wherever you will go. And so I was like trapped in this darkness. Wherever you will go, it was like, oh hey, you met this kind of person, and she's leading you into this different kind of feeling. You've been living in a dark place for so long. Let's get out of that. And then it goes into the next song, which is Leave It Behind, and that video shows the significance of just darkness and manipulation, and like you were trusting some sort of feeling that came into your life, and you thought it was going to be a change. And then Cabin Fever was like, why am I stuck here? Like, I need to make something change. I need something different. And the body of work that we have coming out next year, it's been done for a little while now, but we have one more music video we have to shoot, which it's happening at the end of this month, and then all 4 songs are going to be done video wise and everything. And the EP is going to be called Enlightenment, and each song video is going to continue off of this story and end where Cabin Fever ended. I was in the dark, and the hands broke off and everything became dark again. So I guess spoiler alert, the beginning,
Yes,
You heard it here first.
right?
beginning of the first song, the first video, I am back on my knees where I fell in between the few, and I'm chained up and I'm stuck. I'm back in this darkness and stuff. And this song talks about changing that reality and breaking out of those chains. And that from that point on, it's all about fighting to be in your total, purest self, and what you're capable of. I guess your sense, your source of power, and what you've been put here to kind of do. So next year is going to be amazing, and I cannot wait to kind of wrap up that whole story that we started. It's going to be fun.
I'm here with my catcher's mitt on, man, ready to catch it. And I'm gonna mention 2 bands that kind of do that thing, kind of like the storytelling kind of lead. And I don't know if you're familiar with the works of Queensryche. I'm a big Queensryche fan. They do that. They tell a lot of story, which I think is super cool how that works. And if you listen to the words, it really takes you somewhere. And the second one, because when I hear some of your music, I get a little piece of that Dream Theater.
Ooh, okay.
A little bit of Dream Theater, a little bit of fantasy with great rock. And they always do. They kind of tell a story in a lot of their albums. And that's what I was getting here. I'm like, okay, I like the fact that there's a story in it. I like the bands I'm comparing it to. Of course, Queensryche and Dream Theater, 2 of my absolute
And
favorites.
Tulip. Remember Tulip?
Yeah, Tulip is right.
Yeah.
So we kind of love that stuff. It's really cool. Do you ever fear of like, oh man, like I got to get another part of the story into this? What if it's not there?
Yeah, what if it doesn't fit?
Right.
So that's actually, it's kind of funny that you guys mentioned that, because we had so we wrote the Between the Few EP, we dropped that, we had no idea it was going to become a story. And then the pandemic hit, and we were like, wow, okay, well, let's kind of like figure ourselves out here. And I fell into a hole during the pandemic, and I wrote the 4 songs that are on the Enlightenment EP. And then we kind of went back, and within the same day, my guitarist had 4 different people reaching out to him saying, hey, I heard this song on the radio. I think you guys would do a really good job covering it. And that was Wherever You Will Go by The Calling. And he's like, dude, all these people started saying this. We should try this song out. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And then we kind of like tied it in as a bridge to our storyline. And Cabin Fever was the last song, I guess, in that era that I wrote for that whole chapter. And so that was the middle point. I'm like, how do I bridge all of this to this EP that's nobody's heard yet? And Cabin Fever it just came, and I'm very grateful for that. A lot of my songs just kind of come to me when they need to, and like especially on the Enlightenment EP, I felt like just an overwhelming presence kind of take my pen and just write, and it's very, a lot of my music is very I guess like just very open and for interpretation and stuff like that, and like being like delivered kind of messages that I'm supposed to share with people, kind of thing.
Very cool. And like I just get it so into it, and that was part of the question is your inspirations and your creative process, and obviously you laid it out right there, which is kind of cool. Like I said, we do a timeline, we get questions, but we also kind of improv, and that's like amazing how you pick up, you kind of feel where we're going with it. You talk about your song, talk about your process, and it seems like an amazing process. I just, big fan. You talk about larger than life. You were there last year, I believe. Am I correct? Last year, larger than
Live
life.
Life, yep, we were there. Actually, it was pretty much a year ago, almost today. Well, like
Yeah.
in like a couple weeks.
Describe the experience of a big festival, especially a big name festival like this, getting on that docket and who you meet. Tell us a little bit about festival life because we are like obsessed with it over just, okay, somebody's going on tour. Kind of love the festival thing.
So it was unbelievable. So Rockville, welcome to Rockville down in Daytona. That was our first major festival, and that was in May. And we just went there. We had no idea. None of us have ever been to a major festival. So we're just like,
Wow.
let's just show up, guys. And we're from New England. And it was May. It was the hottest thing I've ever
Wow.
experienced in my entire life. We're like sitting there up on stage. I'm wearing a jacket because it's part of my outfit. I'm like dying. The 2 songs in, I took the jacket off. I still had the long sleeve shirt underneath, but it was incredible. We just met so many people and just connections were made and friends were made. And the last day of that festival, we just happened to be like, oh, okay, yep, the festival's done. Let's go pack up and get to our car. And we made it to the campground where our car was parked, and just right place, right time, which happens to us a lot. Josh Balls was whipping around on a golf cart with
God.
with Danny Hayes and was like, hey, and Danny Hayes came out and he's like, hey, I got a competition for you guys. And if you guys win this competition within 5 minutes, you guys will be able to choose any of the festivals to be on. And we were
Wow.
Oh
like,
God.
what? Like, is this real life right now? Is this actually happening? Are they pranking us? Like, so we ended up beating the competition, and he's like, yeah, so what festival do you want to be on? And I'm like looking at the guys, and I'm like, I know, like Aftershocks on the other side of the country, that's like a super major like budget thing that we don't have. Inc is kind of smaller, it's for heavier bands, and I'm like, I know Shinedown's on Louder Than Life, Alice in Chains is on Louder Than Life, like bands that we fit so well with. Let's choose Louder Than Life. So we did, and we ended up there in September, and that was even crazier than Rockville. And it was just, festival is totally different than touring. Like there's so many plus and minuses to each, but it's amazing to just be. I mean, there was I think like 100-something thousand people total
Jesus.
attendance that whole weekend, and
Wow.
it's like the biggest festival in attendance in the United States so far, and it was that year. It was insane. It was the craziest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
That's absolutely amazing. You could put kind of like the notch in the headboard, if you will, with being at something of that size. And real quick, what's Balls like in person? Because everybody talks about Balls. What's he like in person, dude?
He's
Guy
awesome.
gets so much press from people.
He's phenomenal, honestly. Like one of the most humble human beings I have ever met, and he was there at the show.
Yeah,
the cancer benefit, and like that's the thing. He shows up at these.
I didn't meet him. Damn it.
Oh, you didn't meet him? Oh, yeah, he was there,
Wow.
and he's such a humble person. Like I'll reach out to him here and there, tell him what's going on with the band and stuff, because he's been wondering. He's like, hey, where'd you guys kind of go? We're like, oh, dipping away for a little bit, going through some big changes, but when we come back, it's like it'll be noticed. But he's kept in touch with us since we've won that competition in March of last year. So it's incredible. It really is.
It's great. It's great what they do, and the contests are great. And get these bands, these festivals. It's awesome. Like I said, Nailbite, they won their end this year, and you guys won it last year. So it's not like they're getting slouches numbers. Like, well, who is this show? Watch the show, watch the bands, and like amazing ones come out on top. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I found so many bands and just artists that I'm like, how is nobody listening to this music? Like, this is phenomenal music. And like, big shout out to I've been friends with these guys for a long time, since 2019. But the boys in Post Profit, they're doing phenomenal right now. They were on Rockville with us as well, because they won the Southern bracket, and we met them there, and it was great after all those years of just being friends. And they just got picked up by Sharp Tone Records and dropped their first song that's coming off their, I think it's an EP or an album coming up. But those boys are phenomenal, and you just meet so many great people off of the DWP Presents channel and their community. It's everybody's there is looking to help one of another, and it's It's amazing. It really is.
I'm jealous. And I got to say, real quick, Joel, I know you want to get in there and ask questions, but the group at DWP, if anybody's watching from DWP, if you guys ever need more hosts or a spinoff, we got you covered. I love what they do. I really do.
Oh, they're great people, all of them. Jake. I mean, Bobby too when he was there. Balls, just all of them.
Awesome.
That's so cool. It seems like you have so much support and personal support as well, like you and the band. I saw when you won the contest and you had all your people coming in. What is it like to have that kind of support, and how has it gotten you through? Especially these past couple of years, been challenging on everyone.
I'd say it has to be. It is everything. Like, the music is very important and all of that, but we call our I guess fans. I guess we call them the Yo Fam because they are a family, and they've been there from the very beginning, and they've just kind of lifted us up out of every dark period of time in our career so far. Because when the pandemic hit, we still wanted to play. We still wanted to do all these things. And major shout out to my boy Nate. He's our media guy. He shoots our music videos. He does our Twitch streams, all of that stuff. And he's like, "Hey, I have an idea. Let's stream concerts on Twitch." And this is like in August. He reached out to me in 2020, and I was like, "It's like nah, man. Like, shows are gonna come back. We're gonna be fine." And then it was like the end of September, and everything went the other way. And I was like, "Okay, hey man, what was that thing that you told me we should doing?"
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, and I was like, let's kind of give that a go. And so we did. We worked hard for 3 months to prepare this New Year's Eve of 2020, just absolute concert and good time, and it was phenomenal. Like, we had 60-something people watching us on New Year's Eve. It was absolutely insane. Like, when people donate, our smoke geysers launch off. Like, it's multi-camera.
Wow, that's
all
pretty
this.
cool.
It was phenomenal. It was an amazing thing, and everybody kind of really started sticking to it. And then 2 years later, that whole system and everybody that we became really good, close family with in that time, lifted us up to win that competition and put us on tour with Escape the Fate and Red Jumpsuit and those festivals. And it's remarkable. And right now, even though we're not doing anything that's public, I still get reached out to by so many of our close Yo Fam, just family members, and just reminding, like, "Hey, hope you're doing all right. Hope you're enjoying your summer and stuff." And it's like, wow, like, people across the world, people, everywhere that I've never expected to be a part of my life care for me, and
That gave me chills, dude.
It's I'll lay down at night and just think about this, and it's like, wow. Because sometimes the weight, especially earlier this year, I was very like ready to just kind of toss in the towel because of things that were going on, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do that. I was given this gift. All these people support me. They're relying, they want something more, and all these songs that I've been writing that are not on this EP that's coming out next year, but future releases are some of the most internal work that I've done to just get things out. And I'm very it's going to be a whole new era, a whole new chapter when that all comes. But I found it in me to keep going, and it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to being able to share that next chapter with everybody.
Man, you've revealed a lot on our program.
Hey, you guys are the first ones to reach out, and we're not really doing too much this year, and it's like, you're giving us that you're giving me that chance, and I appreciate that.
We appreciate you, dude. We love it. And like I said, just so easy to reach, and such a big fan, and a lot of people remember you from charity, etc., which is also a great way to be remembered. Let's get a little more artsy in it. The name Young Other, what's it all about, man? What's it got? Because it's tight. It's a tight name. And I got it wrong first couple times. Like Young Ones, Young Got, they're like Young Other. And I'm like, okay, I got it.
So, in lieu of everything, it's just, I know I've been pretty deep already, but this is why I guess Young Other has a super, all these songs of mine have super deep messages. When I was 17 years old, in my first band, my best friend and my guitarist took his life, and it kind of really shook the ever-living soul within me. And I told myself that I will forever be doing music in some way or form to honor him and to keep him alive within me. And the young other is the idea of anybody that you've lost at a young age, that when you think about them, they're always young. They're always that image. They will never get old. They're not going to get wrinkles, and their hair's not going to fall out and stuff and change color and all of that. And they're imprinted in time forever. And Tyler is my young other, and he is the reason why I kind of do this. So it's a big significant meaning behind the name, and it just, I feel, brings more weight to why the songs are written in the style that they are.
30-second timeout for host and co-host to cry. Dude, beautiful.
Yeah, I
Joel, I
think
know
that
you
was
said
the
you can
deepest
emotional,
meaning
wow.
of a band name that we've ever heard. That's amazing. That's a great tribute.
It's incredible.
Really
Well,
is.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it. That's absolutely amazing, and we love stuff like that. And we've been told, like, you come to our program, it's not about us, it's about you. And somebody said it best, like, you let the artist peel back their skin, show you everything there are on the inside, and you've done that tonight, and you've been absolutely incredible. And it sucks if we say a half hour, and a half hour just blew by like nothing. A lot of great people, just, beautiful story, a lot of people shouting you out, and just, such a beautiful way to think. It's such a rough time, and people just shout out love and care for you, Dale, and we love that, man. And I'll tell you what, number one, we definitely want to invite you back to the program when new stuff comes out. Number two, I know Jewel still has a question stuck on her lips, and she'll get that out. And number three, just wow, man. Wow is the word. Wow.
Honestly, I mean, to everybody sending love, I do see all your comments, and Kara, Zero, all of you guys, even the new friends. Thank you all so very much for just being here and hanging out with us tonight, and for just lifting us up through all of this in this year, and for being patient. Like, I believe it's going to be worth it, and I'm a much stronger and more well-developed person than I was just a few months ago. So a lot has changed, and I'm ready to kind of step back into what I'm called here to do.
We're excited for it. Jewel, one more thing for Dale. Go ahead, get in there.
Fun question. Let's lighten the tone. Games. I can see the gaming chair. What do you play?
Great. She's such a gamer. She's in it.
Well, I've never been asked that question. I like that question. So especially during the pandemic and stuff. When I was younger, big like Call of Duty guy. I'm very competitive with anything in life. It can be, playing baseball or wiffle ball, or like, tossing around a football. I am just a super competitive person. So gaming is where I can kind of get that fix. But I also played like Skyrim and stuff like that. And I love the fantasy aspect of just getting lost in a soundtrack and lost in a world that people created and that you can just do anything in. But lately, over the past like 6 months, it has been my writing chair, and this little pillow here is just super nice to
Works for that too. I was going to say that because when you were explaining your album, I'm such a big Zelda fan, and I love the new one. But it sounded like a Zelda, like fantasy almost, like going from the depths to the enlightened stage. So very cool. Yeah, we're just very excited for you and what's to come.
Awesome. No, I love that. I love hearing different interpretations of how I kind of speak of things, because I do. I mean, I don't know. I am a very, very big dreamer, and what especially the guys who have been with me for the past 5, 6, 7 years, they realize that, and it's in the band, and especially Nate, because I'll come up with this massive dream and this idea, and I believe it. Like, I believe anything that's so big that just doesn't seem like it can be a reality. I believe it, and it becomes true. And when we were again ready to kind of toss in the towel in early 2021, late 2021, but I was like, guys, don't, like, I know something big is coming. Like, you gotta just trust me. We have to just keep going. February rolls around. I see an Instagram post. It's like, hey, submit your band for this Battle of the Bands to go on tour and play a festival. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to submit my band. And we did it. And I didn't like have anybody in the chat the first time, but everybody was already there, like voted us through. And I was like, guys, we're on to the second round of this thing. We need to start inviting people. And we invited people. We pushed this so hard and we won. And it was like the biggest, like,
holy cow. And I told everybody, I was like, guys, like, this is it. Now we're doing this. And we had 6 weeks to get a new vehicle, to get in stock merch, to get a set down, to rebuild our rig, all this stuff. And we did it. And we started off in North Carolina, came all the way up the coast, and then ended up in Pittsburgh, which was the last state, and then down to Rockville 2 weeks later. And it was, I mean, it's crazy. And right now too, it's like everybody's kind of like, well, I don't really know where to go from here. And it's like, I don't either, but I have the biggest feeling that the next couple of years are going to change my reality, and it's going to be consistent this time. Last year was a taste. We had to go through it. We had to grow, and believe me, we've grown. So I'm ready to kind of take on the world again with the new mindset and the strength that we've kind of gained from everything.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Right. I feel like we've had a lot of great guests. We also have how good our guests are. But tonight I had a feeling in the pit of my stomach of nerves because it feels like just a giant rock star. And listening to your music is just so perfect. And to me, I was so excited. And it's been worthwhile, man. You are, again, like I said, you are world class. You are intelligent in your message, elegant in your message, a great dude. The comment section does not lie. People love you, man, and I see the reason why. And we're excited for more Young Other in the very near future. Even my dog ran down to see you, Dale. Like she never comes down. She came flying down the steps and wanted to see what's going on. There he is. There's little Miss Hannah. So, and we would love to invite you back again, doing a new stuff drops, and we'd love to have you back if you're willing. We had an absolute blast tonight.
Oh, 100%. I will. I mean, when we start having things set in stone and the music's got set dates, I will 100% reach out to you and do this again. You guys are amazing, and I absolutely love being here and just talking with you guys. Like this is a lot of fun, and you guys are actually kind of setting a fire in me. So thank you for this.
Absolutely,
you
that's
inspired
the goal,
us. Sheesh.
I know, right? I feel like I could go out and like write a million songs and take on the world, play a guitar without ever picking one up before. But
Let's
really,
get dreaming.
I know, right? Again, right. Everything's a dream. I believe in that, and like I said, even in person, just amazing. For you out there, whether you watch live or recorded, you can find Young Other on Facebook, and of course, at Young Other, Instagram Young_Other. The website is www.youngother.com. They are on YouTube. They're on Spotify. They're on Apple Music. They're all over my playlist. So if you want to take a ride in my car, you'll hear it. Stop playing around. Get there now. Check it out. Young Other is one of the absolute hottest bands and coolest bands you'll hear and see. Zero said, thank you, Dale. Great. Just great stuff tonight. Dale, thank you so very much for being with us. Get into that writing, man, and you got a home for us. And also, if you listen in, and a lot of people I'm sure you got stuff to do. If you listen into the next few minutes of the show, we have something huge coming up for us that I think you'd be a giant part of as well. We're talking music videos. We're talking a brand new platform. We're talking a possible rebirth of like an MTV kind of thing. We would love to bring you to that. And thanks, man, for everything.
Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. I'll definitely stick around and hear that because always looking for people to team up with and to make this scene larger than it is.
Thank you so much. Again, from Young Other, Dale Beliveau. I did all right tonight, right?
Yeah, nailed it.
Excellent. Nailed it. And, speaking of nailed it, do I have it here? Yeah, of course. A big shout out and thanks for people from Nailbite. Look at that. How cool that is. So you guys like your band and Nailbite making it happen, we greatly appreciate it. Dale, have a great night, man. We'll talk soon.
You as well. Take care, guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much. From the band Young Other, Dale Beliveau, and Jewel. Wow is the word. Wow. Like I can't come down from the amazement that we have with a world-class artist like that who, like I said, smart, knows his ideas, and some bands say, well, we're trying to make it. And he's like, yeah, it's it. Brock is back. We're back.
Yeah, and we believe it, and it's such a big night, and to have this band on is even better because I don't know, we just are going to get to branch out so much more and reach so many more people, and people just need to hear these bands. Like every band we have had on are just great people who work their asses off and really just deserve everything. So I'm just proud to be a part of it.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing it from the get go. Like I said, we started out as a regular talk show, and when me and Jewel got together, sick music, local music, and as much as I love music, I'm like, okay, how deep we going into music? And now, like, I'm at everything. I'm, announcing
Everything.
on stage, and
Everything.
I just love it so much. And your idea is genius. And everybody's like, oh, I did it first. Jewel Tatey freaking did it first. I'm going to tell you, whether you like it or not, yes. And the great triumphs like that is what brings us to our next thing. And this is what I was talking about to Dale. Jewel, I am thrilled to announce that we have struck this deal. And when you do things honest, you do things fair and fun and right, other people come to you. So I want to announce tonight that Jewel Tatey and I, the Yo Show, as well as something else coming up, will be featured on Planet X on the Roku network. So Planet X network on Roku, and it's now on Amazon Fire. They have reached out to us. They said, look, give us what you do. We love it. Let's have more of it. And we're like, okay. So you got to go out and get that Roku stick or the Amazon Fire stick and watch Planet X. Jewel, not only is Planet X going to re-show the Yo Show in these episodes, and so like if you missed Dale live, you can catch them on YouTube or Planet X. You can sit in your house, you're watching TV. They have also decided to accept a project that you and I had talked about, and I did it twice, and it's okay. But for bands, guys like Young Other and Nailbite and Grimjacks and all these great bands, they're going to allow us to take part in something called Yo Music. So Yo Music is back, and the reason why I said MTV, it is a video show. Bands out there, give us your video. Jewel and I will do like a quick intro, play your video on Roku and Amazon Fire.
DJs.
Right, will be VJs to a massive audience, and I think like you watch a great video like we had here for Cabin Fever. Very cool. More people need to see that. And, everybody now is going stream and apps and all that to watch TV because the big boys are crushing us, Comcast and Verizon. So get on Roku. Get on Amazon Fire TV, the Planet X network. We've waited so long to announce. It's been for weeks. Jewel and I, the Yo Show, making our way and coming up with this teamwork. Thank you to the guys from the Happy Hour podcast for making this happen and putting me out there first. And then Planet X said, all right, like we do, let's come up with some ideas. So Jewel, talk to us about the big stream. Thank you, Zero Cool. We appreciate it, man. JD, thank you very much. Before we get into that, hard work pays off. I really appreciate it. Very cool. Big rats. You two deserve. Thank you, Steve. And like I said, your daughter's band, videos, man. Get them videos made. Let's get them on Roku and Amazon Fire. Let's do it.
Yeah, and oh my God, I'm just a fan of music videos in general, and just to see all of our bands like in one place and just streaming and on a like a real app, like it's just crazy. It's crazy. I have no words. It's the new wave. It's where things are going, and I just love watching this show and our guests develop and grow through the years. And I think this will be an amazing next step for us and the people, the community that we're a part of now. So yeah, this is really huge. Doesn't even seem real.
Right.
But hey, this was our dream, and we're it took a long time, but we're making strides, man. Big ones.
We certainly are. We're making, and I first and foremost, before anything, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I mean that, and I'm not being sappy or like after the show's over. No. If you're new to our program, right. If you're new to our program, or like again, if you're watching live or recorded, I love this woman. She's become like one of my very best friends, family, and we share great ideas and great strides. And this Tuesday really chases away the pain of everyday life. Like, I don't want to say pain. Pain's a bad word. But the rigmarole of everyday life. The struggle. And coming here Tuesday nights makes me feel alive. And tonight was perfect with Dale and you. And I knew you would love it. And I've been telling you all day how overly anxious I was for this one. You're there with me. You understand me. You feel me. So congratulations to you. Thank you to you for this next big stride. Thank you to the people at Planet X. We'll on my page and Jules, you'll see like the exact times on it because we were offered 4 hours of time slot between the Yo Show and Yo Music, and they have programs. We're like, look, what you guys are after is pretty good. We're going to give you a lot of time.
Oh my
Pretty cool.
God.
I know.
I'm feeling the pressure, man.
Right, absolutely. Again, if you're just joining in, the Planet X network on Roku and again, Amazon Fire TV is taking on the Yo Show and Yo Music. So, wow, a lot of great things coming. Like I said, bands, send me those videos, and people are already sending them without even knowing. So it's really cool if you're checking out and you know now. And again, I went to one of the Future Stars shows with Elena and John Simons, of course, and the Grimjacks. He's like, what is this big secret? I let him know, and he said, okay, the boys already have 3 new videos coming out.
Oh, my God.
Grimjacks, you know what I mean?
That's
Grimjack
awesome.
videos, Young Other videos, Nailbite videos. If you're out there and you know somebody who rocks and's got videos, send them our way, man. We would love it. Jewel, I'm like nervous for it. Like I'm afraid to not be great enough.
I mean, we just have the backing of just knowing so many amazing bands, and yeah, I just think it needs to be out there, like you said. And you just made so many big moves in the past year, and I know you get down on yourself a lot, but you just work so hard, and you really like taking the brunt of scheduling and just kicking ass like throughout the whole year. So thank you, and yeah, I just think this is like another reinvention for us, and it'll be great. It'll be great.
Agree. We will still be, of course,
Like
on.
new VJ names, huh, JD?
I know, right? We need like a little something. And I agree. Like, yes, you can still find us on YouTube. You can still find us on Twitch. You'll find us live on Tuesday nights, and like so we'll do Yo Wednesday on Wednesday nights, and then those shows will make their way to Roku. So if you miss it, or you're like, you know what is it like for my TV? Click the smart TV on like Roku and just watch us on TV. We're like a TV show now.
It's gonna be like full time. That's our goal for next year. Do this thing full time.
I would love to. And like I said, with great people and reaching out to great people, like I said, like Dale, like, you know, when you're a rock band and so much goes on, and even, like you said, through changes, you can be like, you know, I'm busy. But, like, yeah, let's do it. Let's talk. JD, I'll tell you, you know, we'll give you more details as they come out. Absolutely amazing. And we're going to have to teach our spokesmodel more lingo because you got to tell people to watch on Planet X eventually, too, right?
Come on, you gotta tell us we're on Roku now. Planet X.
Hello. Tell the people what to do, Joey, with the Yo Show.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications and hit that like button in the face, but don't break your screen. And I'm going to Virginia Beach in 3 days.
Oh, we're so excited.
Oh, and I did a
am-
painting. Wait, here, let me show you.
But now you have to say watch us on Roku and Planet X. Can you say
Oh,
that?
yeah? Watch us on Roku and Planet X.
Oh, my gosh. She's a natural.
Here's
She's the
painting.
greatest.
Dude,
Oh, I love it. I'm jealous.
And I hit up our girl Tiffany Mosher. Hopefully we can link up.
That'd be incredible. I miss her, and she
Yeah.
said, you know, I apologize for not doing some guest spots, but it's been. I tried to get her to do the Wednesday stuff, and she said, I'm just so busy. It's just
got a full plate,
a
man.
job, but you know. And Joey, you know, thank you, of course. Sharon Tatey in the house, giving a big shout out to Joey. We love Joey. We've watched you grow here on this program. Like I said, it's been almost 7 years since we've been on. We watched you grow up.
Oh my God. Yeah, she's gonna be 10 soon. That's crazy.
Jesus.
Not yet. Next year. Okay, slow it down. Slow it down, lady.
Let's have her own program. Why not? Let's get her on the Planet X network.
Right? It reminds me of it would be like Space Ghost, Coast to Coast.
A little bit, right?
That was my jam.
But we do enjoy it. We enjoy what we do here, and you know, just from the love of it, etc. We're proud of this move. And even before the show, Jules, like, are you sure you're ready to announce it tonight? Yes, because if you see somebody else trying it on their network next month, you know where it started from. And yeah, I'll say that.
I don't know about this one, Jeff. This seems like very legit thing. I think, but yeah, I'm just proud of it, and again, proud to be a part of it. And yeah, cheers
Agreed.
to us.
And a big shout out to Lenny Shapisi, of course, who is part of the Nailbite family. And I messaged Dale by time. I said Dale's gonna be on there. He said, "Good to see Dale on my screen." I agree, because I just love him so much. And like I said, if it wasn't for Nailbite and that benefit, may not even have met him. Great job. And
Yeah,
the
Lenny.
whole- Lenny in the house, the whole group making it work. I said, now that we have the Planet X network and now that we have Yo Music and videos, more Nailbite videos and more videos from bands like Young Other, Grimjacks, Strange Culture, which, by the way, Joel, I need you to kind of cancel your schedule if you can, because it's another great Future Stars show coming up. September 23rd, Saturday,
Ooh.
1:30 to
I like these
6:30.
Saturday shows, man.
I know Saturdays are kind of cool. Look at this lineup. Our great friends from Strange Culture, Cherry Blue, a new band you gotta see, Joel, the Basement Directive, super cool. Versailles, who's been making a lot more appearances, very cool. Strange Velvet, Joel, who I love. Strange Velvet. Jediah Bivens and Bryn Athen. Bryn Athen. There's a band named after Bryn Athen.
Yeah, isn't that a city?
9:23. Yeah, right next to Huntington Valley where I grew up. 1:30 to 6:30, the amazing Elena Brocas Productions gives you a Future Stars show at Sweeney's 13639 Philmont Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'll tell you what, decent grub, some nice drinks, nice atmosphere, great stage, the legendary Sweeney's, 23rd Future Stars show. Our boys from Strange Culture are back at it. Cherry Blue, the Basement Director, Versailles, Strange Velvet, Jediah Bivens, and Bryn Athen. Jewel, cancel your plans.
I know. Oh, yeah, definitely be there. Yeah, and I'm digging the Saturdays once again, especially now that birds are back.
Birds are back. But the amazing thing about Elena, and we talked about it, she said, I'll do Sunday shows, but only when the Eagles are on a bye week or when they're not playing or if they play Thursday.
Oh, Lena.
Right? I mean, does she know the deal? She knows the deal. And she's great. And she gets these bands and she gets her heart into them. She's like, I love these bands and I just want to do more with them and grow. And, from that, maybe, because she's talking about some serious theater stuff. Sellersville Theater, of course, came
Ooh.
up. And
It's not my way.
and imagine getting, like, the bands like Young Other, etc., and bands like Strange Culture, Strange Velvet, Grimjacks, etc., like opening for them bands. And just the way music can really make its comeback.
Absolutely. You sounded like you were in the middle of a sentence.
I was kind of, but then I got thrilled by it. No, she didn't get her T-shirt yet. Her T-shirt is still
What?
right here. Your Strange Culture T-shirt is still
Oh,
right
yeah. I
here.
never got that thing. I won. I totally won. Come on, man.
JD, I've got 2 Funko Pops for her Strange Culture T-shirt, and something else. You just
Yeah.
Joel
I haven't
hates
seen
me.
you. No, I did
I
see
know
you.
we
You
haven't.
just didn't bring my stuff.
Wow, way to turn the tables on that one.
No, we gotta
But,
gotta meet up. We have to take new pictures for Planet X, please, Brent. Please, I
Right.
can't have these pictures.
Brent, we need new pictures for Planet X. Jewel hates all the
Please.
pictures, and if you want to see one more time, that one she said she actually liked, and now she suddenly hates that. But I'm proud to
It's it's
I'm
just
proud to
not a-
reflash that Planet X and Roku thing on there, and
Come on, we gotta look professional now. We're on Planet
we
X.
do. Well, I don't
Damn
know
it.
how professional we look. We're a couple beers deep in that one because Sweeney's, you do good there to drink. All right, let's do. While people are still here cooking with us, let's do Let's Argue, and we do a Let's Argue segment. We try to do it every week. We fell off a little bit, and there's a little selfie in the house. Man cave finds or all right, we'll let JD decide.
yeah.
Man cave finds or Let's Argue first.
I think I'm gonna have like a painting segment because I'm on these fall crafts.
I like it. I want to see it.
Okay.
JD, I need your decision. Do we do Man Cave Finds first or Let's Argue?
You got the Let's Argue up, so
Yeah, let's do Let's Argue. Okay. We love you, JD, but we're going to do Let's Argue. So what we do Let's Argue. Sometimes we pick like 10 things. We tell somebody to pick it. This time I seen somebody post this. I'm like, you know what? This is Let's Argue. And there's a couple of them. And we'll post them through.
Is it?
It's Let's Argue. And we had to pick between these 2 females. And I mean, to me, wow. Scarlett Johansson versus, here it is, Jewel, Gail Gadot.
yeah, I can.
Gadot. is how they pronounce it. JD said, let's argue anyway. Okay, I got a choice. So I'm coming out and I lay this out. I'm figuring, all right, maybe a couple people will respond. Well, 70 or 80 people responded to this.
Really?
And I'm looking at the picture. Troy, I need your opinion. And I know where you're going to go, and I know why, but I still want to hear it. Scarlett or Gail, and why?
I'm going Scarlet.
I kind of know why.
You know what? Did you ever see The Horse Whisperer with Robert Redford?
No.
I think
Yeah,
it
I
was
did.
Scarlett Johansson's first movie, and I'll tell you why she's the bigger badass. This girl, she's like a very young girl, very young actor. Kind of thought she was weird looking when she was a kid, but obviously look at her now. But like,
We love you, Scarlett.
Robert Redford asked during the audition, it's like, oh, you can ride, right? Like, obviously you're signing up for this movie, The Horse Whisperer. You know how to ride a horse. She did not know how to ride a horse. So she's just badass from day one. I think she's very believable, Natasha, and I don't know. She just always grew on me. I just think she's a great actress, and she likes the funny men too. She went out with Ryan Reynolds. Now she's with that Colin Jost guy. So she just seems like a down to earth chick. No offense to Gail.
Heads
I
up,
just
I'm hilarious.
I just think she has this air about her.
I just love Scarlett. Look at that one.
Yeah,
That's
she's
awesome.
cool.
That's Black Widow with the Captain America shield. That's like,
And Lost in Translation was my movie too. I love that movie.
I love her.
But yeah, Gail,
However, we have an
Gail's
audience.
just not my pick for Wonder Woman, so she'll always have a ugh for me.
We have an audience to cater to, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, Joel, we do have a score, and the score came out
I'm intrigued.
38-27.
Really?
Gail Gadot. I'm so disappointed because I threw her Scarlett Johansson, and her people gave us a nice shoot down when I reached out to get her on the show. Like, we really appreciate you thinking of her, but unfortunately, her schedule's way too busy. And at the time, she was like number 3 on the IMDb, like top
Yeah.
1 million. I'm like, okay, hey, I got shot down by somebody in the top 3. Gail's beautiful, I get it, but she's not Scarlett, man. I mean, you're
I just
talking,
don't
like I
think
said,
Scarlett's definitely a better actress, like in every way.
well, somebody said we're talking actress here. I'm like, don't be mad, JD. Me and you had the
You
right
mad?
choice.
Who'd you pick, Scarlett? Who'd you pick?
He's picked Scarlett.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
Jewel
I
did
just-
that. And actually, so adding Jewel's pick, Gail lost by, Gail won by 5 votes. Very close. Good one. I got a good one for next week, and it's going to be great. And the reason why I know it's going to be great, and I'm not going to give away too much, but it involves this person right here. And I reached out to this person to come on the show, and I got, well, they don't do acting anymore. I'm okay with that. It is Tiffany Amber Thiessen, of course, Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell, who all men grew up to love. New cookbook, Jewel, kind of stepped back from acting, came out this new cookbook. Already it's in very high demand. What do you think? A little switch up for Tiffany Amber Thiessen,
I love when people come out with cookbooks.
right?
I'm like a crazy person, but I'm always intrigued on how people make things.
Sean
I think,
Kanan.
yeah, Sean Kanan. Jennifer Lawrence has some really gross recipes. I don't know. It's funny though. It's like you're home cooking from your hometown, and I'm always down for new recipes. But
Right?
I tried cottage cheese for the first time last night. I'm
Sorry.
just not a fan. I'm not.
I'm sorry. It's kind of,
I'm like, because I like feta cheese. How's your take on cheese? But like cottage cheese is just not it. On eggs?
no,
No,
on
right?
nothing. Cottage cheese on nothing.
No.
On absolutely
Really?
nothing. You can put everybody says you can't ruin bacon. You can dunk bacon in cottage cheese and ruin a piece of bacon.
Yeah. I swear to God. But
Sold on that. But
cookbooks.
so yeah, Tiffany Amber Thiessen's new cookbook, and she's adorable. I still love her, and I kind of like when she was, of course, Kelly, the good girl, 90210. I tipped my thought here. Saved by the Bell. And then she went on 90210. She was kind of the bad girl. She was
Yeah.
like sexy. It's like a
I
new angle. on her.
never watched either of those shows.
You watched Saved by the Bell?
Not at all. No.
Stop it. Come on,
It
stop.
was a little before my time.
That's made up. Totally made up. Everybody's watched Saved by the Bell. There's no
No.
time
Maybe
frame.
randomly in the morning if it would come on like before or after Sailor Moon, but you know, not my jam.
Wow, that's something else. How about that? Speaking on that note, gotta go to a jam. Speaking of my jam, let's play a little more music, shall we? Young Other and Dale mentioned another one of these songs where he was here. I meant to ask him how he feels about watching his own music because our sound system is decent, but of course not perfect like you can get anywhere else. But Between the Few is another song that I have been in love with. I have played the song a couple billion times, and we have it here as well to play for you. I like playing a couple songs from the bands we can. Between the Few, Young Other is the band. And Jewel, Jesus, if you thought that first one was good, I hate to say the word, I will anyway. Don't take it dirty. Strap in because it's about to get even better. The Yo Show, Young Other, tonight's special guest, Between the Few, live. Enjoy. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Living life in the middle isn't what you expect. And there's a special kind of remedy known as respect. You gotta make some mistakes. You gotta live and relate. You gotta learn how to eliminate all the things that went wrong. Find the will and be strong and turn away from the pain. Yeah, between the few is a heart that's torn by the war inside. I know the way through the dark, and the light is on the other side. And between the few is a mind that's working overtime, repeating again options that keep me living in one place in the middle. Everything in life has always been a divide. To the left, to the right, I don't have the time. Hey, you gotta make some mistakes. You gotta live and relate. You gotta learn how to eliminate all the things that went wrong. Find the will and be strong and turn away from the pain.
Wow. Wow. Jesus. I mean,
Come on now.
right? I think the white outfits. I like them on all white. And Dale's just like
Look.
chilling backstage, listening to his own music. I would be nervous listening to myself, dude. But Dale, I got to tell you, dude, fantastic. Young other Jewel. Like, I say it a lot. And I don't want to emphasize and try to overemphasize like how sincere I am, but man, that is incredible music.
Yeah, man. It's like the rock you grew up with.
Right, exactly, in the modern era. And JD Wolf, I know you make great comments and you've always kind to us. And I told you coming into it to get ready for this one. And because you and I are similar loves of similar music, and I knew tonight was just going to take it that next level. And I'm glad you got here with us and got to check out Young Other and Jewel. And like I said, with Roku and this new adventure into Planet X and Amazon Fire, doing this Yo music thing, we're going to perfect how we're going to let the videos go off. You don't want to see all this click time. So we've got to figure that out. But to get the exposure to these bands, they deserve it. They all deserve it because they're all working hard and being great. Why not?
Yeah, man. And couldn't have picked a better night for Young Other to come on, and it's just away we go.
I agree. It's been an explosive night. It's really been great. And I thank Dale and I thank everybody who has tuned in. Wow. Okay. Take a breath because we got some topics.
I know. I have a fun one. I just thought about when the song was on, but then I found the list. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, no.
It's the top 5 most iconic songs of all time, according to science. What do you think one is?
Top 5 songs of all time.
According to
Iconic songs.
science. Like, I don't even
Science.
know. Yeah.
So I'm going to, for some unknown reason, throw out Stairway to Heaven.
That's a good one. Or like Bohemian Rhapsody, you think would be up there? No.
Yeah. No. What?
Range of measures in each song, compare them to see if there were any similarities, occur less than other songs. Billie Jean was up there.
What?
Like a Rolling Stone, which, I mean, that would be
I
one of my
love that
picks.
song. I love
Yeah.
that song.
But number 1 was Smells Like Teen Spirit.
I like that. See, when they save themselves with that great number 1. That's a great number 1.
Well, it's according to science, so I don't even know what they're factoring in there. Oh, okay.
And, well, in my opinion, before you even say it, I'm thinking of like a song that changed an entire generation on its own shoulders. And you got to admit, like I said earlier, 80s, and we mentioned the 80s, it was metal and hair and glam metal. And Smells Like Teen Spirit kind of took that whole genre by the shirt and said, look, Seattle sound, grunge sound, it's our time. And by itself led the charge to this. Am I anywhere close with science says?
I think so, right? Because Billie Jean is like iconic 80s drop in, you know,
Right,
like
pop
R&B
and-
beats with like,
right.
yeah, newer sound. And like a Rolling Stone is like quintessential
Love
70s.
that.
I'm thinking of like, I Want to Hold Your Hand even, bum, 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 like the really drop in songs.
It's a
It's
shame the
just help
Beatles
you.
suck.
But you can't disagree with that. But yeah. Oh, the U2 one. U2. I love Bono. I love Bono so much, and I think he's so super talented. I'm not a fan
Well,
of U2 though.
You
But
too
One
is
Life was up there.
One Life? Wow, really?
Yeah.
So you too is monumental and science worthy because they took over our phones and downloaded a song that none of us wanted.
Well, who did?
Remember with that Apple thing when like they made
This is why I don't have Apple.
well there you go. They made their song appear and everybody had it on their Apple library, whether they
Are you
wanted it or not.
serious?
You too came out and released it on everybody's phones.
And they're like the most played. Every rock station in America is just playing U2 since they
And there's-
came out. Like, they're not. I don't know.
There's this
I'm not
dick
big-
pic of Axel.
Oh my god. Oh, and
Um,
Imagine John Lennon was up there too.
I can imagine. I get that.
It's very
Jewel, real quick, in a few minutes, we're going to do, coming up on our program. I just want to say that I noticed Caitlin Washko's Facebook, of course, lead singer Victoria Fire. Their new single "Liar" drops at midnight. So if you're up at
Ooh.
midnight, check out Victoria Fire and "Liar." They'll be on our program coming up again in a couple weeks. And I may confess to Caitlin how much I love her because I really do. I adore her. I'm
Who
sorry.
are they doing a show with? They're doing a show with someone.
Oh, Never Wake in
Ah,
Pittsburgh. I'm still trying to get my schedule. I want to go up to Pittsburgh and see these two bands together. I have to.
I know. Time is of the essence.
Time is of the essence. Man, good call. That's a very good call. And like my social media is blowing up, and everybody's just like thrilled with what's going on tonight, and I am too. And we're thrilled to be part of Planet X and the Roku Network, and just thrilled to have Dale come on with us tonight. And just everything's great. Everything is not so much great for Chad Kroger and
You're sick.
and Nickelback. My segues are always there. So Chad said, "Look, I'm done talking about this hatred for Nickelback, and their new documentary is called Hate the Love. Number one, have you seen it? Are you intrigued in seeing it? Number two, do you like or hate Nickelback? No in between. Do you love them or hate them?" According to Chad,
There is no in between.
there is
Not
no in
a
between.
fan.
There's not like, they're all right. No. It's either you love them
What
or
the
you
hell
hate
is
them.
that thing? No murder on the wall.
This is how and they sing that song Rockstar my wife loves.
No.
Oh, gonna be
Oh, no.
I'm gonna be a
No.
rock star. Dale, come back on this thing, can you? Because I'm horrible.
Dale is like a musical impersonator. Like the way
God.
he controls his voice is just so amazing to me. So I'm sure he would slay Nickelback better than Nick.
Right, I'm God, and I mean he's God, and I'm just a horrible voice.
I feel like I'm talking a lot of crap tonight. I don't mean it. I'm just not a fan.
I think last
Sorry.
week we
Gotta
said
be
bitchy.
honest.
Last week I said bitchy, and boy, did you lunge at me! Wow.
Well, yeah.
I'm rewatching
This
the
is a
show.
new era,
right?
Jeff. You can't do that. You'll get canceled.
True. I'm rewatching the show. Like, see you ladies, what you get for being assertive. Love to hate
Because you
them.
call me
Now-
bitchy.
I did. I told my wife at the show, she's like, "Why do you call her bitchy?" And when she was being bitchy. I got in trouble from my wife. I'm not allowed to say bitchy.
Nope. Dig it.
Obvious. Right? Be a son of a bitch. Love to hate them. So in your least bitchy delivery, Nickelback. Love them or hate them.
Wow. Can't even have an opinion.
I love you. I do. I love you so.
And I don't know. Do you like them?
Oh, you want to turn the table?
I
don't
already
mind them.
answered.
I don't think they're that bad. I like them. I don't
Just
love
not
them.
on
They're
my
like my
radar.
favorite band. But what is all the hate? Like, why?
You know why I don't like a lot of bands is because I just listened to so much radio. I was just very all about radio and staying on top of like that. I swear to God, I tell these kids all the time, I'm like, you don't know how lucky you have it that you have just unlimited access to listen to whatever, whoever, however you want. Like
Right.
all the stuff you want to listen to. Like this would have probably saved my sanity of not listening to like top 40.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And yeah, we definitely have a lot more to get into.
Yeah. And they were overplayed, like freaking you too.
Sarah Higgins and Joel, stop everything, because Sarah Higgins is in the house. You want to talk about a sensational rock star? I take her over Nickelback any day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sarah, you're amazing. Your band is coming on the program in a few weeks. We're going to announce what's coming on soon. Jewel, when I tell you, drummer, she does bass videos. Wow, incredible. Twisted is the band, Sarah Higgins. That girl's going to be a superstar, I absolutely have to tell you. But yeah, overplayed maybe, but you know, they have good songs. Like, every time Rockstar comes on, I sing it, and my wife loves it.
It's supposed to be this big anthem, but it just comes off as whiny. It's just,
But ZZ Top's in it. Been there, done that. Yeah, they, you know.
I'm not a fan of ZZ Top either.
Whoa, my God. Help me. Sarah Higgins, help me. ZZ Top, help me here, would you?
No, Sarah, no.
Yeah, Sarah.
Back me up.
Love you, Sarah. So happy you came to tune in tonight and excited. excited for you to come on this program, and definitely excited for. Right, Jewel is on fire, and it's the bitchiness. She got the. She got bitchy
Stop
mouth.
it! You messed up
kidding.
once.
I'm kidding.
Don't
I love
bring
you.
it to this show.
Stop
You better
it.
not do this shit on Roku.
No, we don't. We don't do this on Roku. We're gonna do great stuff on Roku. Thank you. God, I'm all like Sarah Higgins geeked out. I went from Dale Bellevue geeked out to Sarah Higgins geeked out.
I
Look at
know.
so- Wait a minute. Stop, Jewel. Yeah, Sarah Higgins in the house loves ZZ Top.
Jeez,
Sarah
Sarah.
Higgins, do you like Gail Gadot or Scarlett Johansson? I don't know. I'm just trying. I need more allies. I'm not saying anything, Joel. JD, you don't have to. We know.
Yeah, we know. We know.
We know. Any other topics? We have more topics, right?
So,
The
okay.
most iconic music videos. I don't even know why we're doing this because we pretty much killed it with science and all that. But there's a great list that came out of most iconic music videos, and they were like pretty much the regular ones. November Rain, like you mentioned, Dynamite Child, Guns N' Roses, Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, Madonna's Like a Prayer, Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again. Like videos are kind of like life-changing, life-altering, song-changing, and I kind of wanted to ask you what you thought some of yours were. We're running late in the program. God, so no, it's 9:44. We got time. I'm going to go real quick with mine, and I would say, of course, Thriller by Michael Jackson. Revolutionized anything music video. For some reason, Madness in Our House. I don't know why. I love that video. I love all the different shots of this
Yes.
house. That's huge. It gets smaller and smaller. You have any? Like iconic videos that really
Great video.
change your outlook.
I loved Oops just because I was a kid and I just
Oh,
I just like studied Britney Spears because like we all did and learned like all of her choreography. But yeah, I grew up with that and like I love themes. So I love when the Backstreet Boys did the Haunted Mansion and they were all like monsters. I love when Eminem, Dr.
that's
Dre
cool.
did like Batman and Robin. Even Doja Cat. Doja Cat made like a Sailor Moon music video, even though she's like a demon now. But yeah, I like a good theme, like Guns. Like it's so cinematic. You know what I mean? Like this is
I
your
love
movie, so make it like what was one of my all-time favorite music videos. Do you remember Shakespeare's Sister in the 90s?
I actually do, yes.
And it was like the angel and the devil. See, it's all themes. Like I'm a sucker for a good theme.
I'm also a sucker for the good thing. I like that.
Or
Train-
like Glory Days, Bruce Springsteen, and the
oh
bar,
yeah, you like
and the bar
Brenda Story.
baseball. Like it's just good. Baseball.
Great new bobblehead of Trey Turner sliding available with dirt on the uniform. He just hit his second home run to tie the game in
Oh,
the bottom
go
right.
Trey.
I love Trey. 6'6". Jewel, hold that thought. Talk a little bit about Trey. I'm going to bring some because I almost forgot to get this prop. I'm going to get it right now. We're going to do this right here on the show. Be back in literally 1 minute.
All right, 1 minute.
You're on your own for 1 minute.
Go Trey Turner, getting his groove back after his slump. But I want that bobblehead, and Bryce Harper rocking his Eagles green gloves. And Castellanos hit a home run tonight. He hasn't been doing too good, and he hit a home run tonight. So, yeah, go Phils. Go Birds. Excited to be back. But I want a bobblehead. Is the bobblehead the same as the Funko Pop, or is it different? Because they don't do well with likenesses of the bobbleheads. Like, they all look weird. Do they not?
They really do. They have like overly manly faces. I
Yeah.
actually heard that from all you over there. Great job.
Thanks. My dad
But
said
I-
I have to keep talking, like, no matter what I'm saying. So I'm trying to improve.
Dad, I'm going to tell you, I love your daughter. You're just like, I swear to God, you are just like this. I say yin to the yang, I mean it, dude. Just. Mike Trout, we need pitching, dude. How about Mike Trout? I don't need a guy that's injured like 100 games a year. I need pitching.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like the Funko Pops better. They do depict, even though their
cuter.
faces are very ordinary, they're cuter, and they kind of have like a better.
Yes. They bobble. Wobbledy, wobbledy,
I was
wobble.
still got to do Man Cave scores. I got to hurry up with my thoughts here. But anyway, I wanted to do this real quick. Avril Lavigne, ladies and gentlemen, has dipped her toe into the world of alcohol.
Oh,
And I bought it tonight because I got to do it right here on the show. This is
wait, let me guess what it is. Is it like a champagne or vodka of some sort?
no, it's like a
Whiskey?
sounds like an adult juice box called Beatbox.
Stop it. That's hers?
Right, and this flavor's pink lemonade. It's
saw
her.
that.
It's her on the ad and all, and I'm like, you know, I'm getting one
That's
for
why
sure.
she
and I'm
was a
trying
big cutout in the beer store.
this. Yeah,
But beatbox, that's so not punk rock.
not really. 11.1% alcohol by volume.
Wow.
Wow.
And is it an energy drink too?
It's a flavored malt beverage. So real quick, it gives you nothing about what's in it, which is great. Oh, be the life of the party with me and my pink lemonade. It's a creator series. Oh, it's got like a faux Avril Lavigne autograph on it too.
Are you sure that's not an energy drink? It's like 10 o'clock tonight, Jeff.
I'm off tomorrow. Nothing matters.
Oh,
to me.
okay. And go ham.
My coworker was here earlier, Jocelyn. I said, I'm going to be drinking tonight. She's like, jealous. Oh, that's right. You don't have to work tomorrow. So here goes Pink Lemonade Beatbox by Avril Lavigne.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. It looks like a Four Loko.
Woo! It's so sweet. Oh my God. It's sweet.
Too
Oh.
sweet.
I could drink it, but Avril, baby.
It's not Avril in a can, Jeff. You don't have to love
No.
it.
Wow, that is like beyond sweet. It's painfully sweet. It really. And then the alcohol kicks in it.
Have you had those buzz balls? Didn't we talk about that?
No, what is a buzzball? I mean,
So they're like really tiny. You get them at the beer store, but they're like 10%, and they're like that big. But then they have the big ones. They're like, but you can only get the big ones out of state. So my sister got a couple. But like the little tiny ones you get at like that Dale's.
Dale's?
Dale's, right? Is it Dale's?
Dale's?
Dion's.
Oh,
Dale's
Dion's.
is the sandwich
Oh,
I'm sorry. Dale's in the house. There's a Dale sandwich place. Dion's. The other D.
all right, I'm down for that. I'm down to try it out. I love Dion's. It's like one of my favorite places.
Are you ready for this? World
Yeah, of course.
exclusive. I perfected my Funko Pop. They have my hair.
They have your hair now? Because I definitely want to get
Hair
one made.
now.
That's better. That is cuter than mine. It is.
Yeah. Jeff
I wanna
made me
get
look
one
like
made.
the Predator.
Dude, it's the only long hair they have. So mean to me.
I like that one though. I thought it was fitting. I got a little microphone in my hand.
So I'm still getting some back feed through the Nailbite family message group on Facebook. Love yous. And Lenny said Eagles look rusty. Not sloppy, rusty.
Yeah, it's week 1, man.
And
Two.
John and Lisa, answer your phone. I'm helping you out here, Lenny. But they look rusty. I get it. But yeah, I mean, like, they didn't really play, like, most of the preseason. Like, you didn't really see any Jalen Hurts.
Mm-mm.
For good reason. You want to preserve him. And I love
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts. And I'm shocked because I'm always like, but I love Jalen Hurts.
You have to watch that Kelsey documentary.
I have
It
to.
was
I'm ready to do
really
it.
good. It was emotional. It was a lot of, gameplay and all through last season, like leading up to the Super Bowl, and it was just, it's crazy. And now they're like the #1 podcast in the world. Isn't that crazy?
Right?
I love their podcast so much.
Everybody does because
I
everybody
love
loves
Travis.
Everybody wants to have sex with Travis.
Oh, he's
They
cute.
do. Stop it. They all do.
He's the cutie.
So here's what I'm going to do next
He's
week.
trying to
Jewel,
go with
real quick.
Taylor Swift.
And if JD's still out there, you can hear it. If not, I'll present it to him. So every week, if you watch my social media, you know during football season, when the Eagles win, I do something called the flick. So I take the opposing team's helmet and I flick it. Kind of to kick them out of here. JD, here's the bet. If the Eagles lose to Minnesota on Thursday night, the following Tuesday, I will flick the Eagles helmet right off my chair, and I will not flick the rest of the year.
That's like blasphemy, dude. I don't like that.
Scotty, I'm not worried. If we
Just so
win,
superstitious. You gotta like be nice to everything. Keep everything in order. Oh,
he woke up.
it's not snap.
Oh, snap
What a
indeed.
flick.
Tough to call, but I would actually, and of course, if the Vikings lose, not only will I flick it, but you are going to leave me a beautiful comment on the following Tuesday show saying that the Eagles are the greatest team.
You should have to
NFL
share the show and be like Eagles or Fly Eagles Fly. Pee break.
You don't get a pee break. That's true. You do not get a pee break on this show. Unless you do a 24-hour, you get a pee break.
Yeah.
Oof. God, I just got myself tingles just thinking about it. But, I know, that was horrible.
Too much Avril.
A little bit. There's never.
So
enough
is it
Avril.
just her? There's different celebrities in it. If it's a remix and flavored.
I don't know. Avril was on the ad, and they had a couple different flavors. I
thought
grabbed
there was
pink
someone else
lemonade,
with her.
which was me and Avril.
Oh
Avril.
my God. There was a big breakup. Did you hear about that Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner?
Really? What? Did they get married?
Yeah, they were together for like 7 years.
Wow.
First of all, she's like a foot taller than him. And she called him. So supposedly she called him a bad name on their Ring camera. And that was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Who paid?
And she called him. Do you know what she called him?
No.
It's like the best line ever. She called him a manlet.
It's not like a manwich. It's a
No, a
manlet.
manlet, like a piglet.
I know. It's
but
what
for
I'm
a
saying. Is that
man.
like a manwich? Like that's wow. That's horrible.
Dude, that's so funny.
A
He just
manwich.
looks like a dork.
So I got feedback.
And also,
that,
bad stories are circulating about him, so he can piss off.
oh, all right. I got a message that Gail Gadot. Make sure you say it right. Is a goddess. She is. She's gorgeous.
How many times
but
you gonna say her name tonight? I think you can fit in a couple more times.
I learned it tonight, so I'm very excited.
Ah,
I actually got to
Yeah.
try. She's a goddess. Okay, I buy that. She's pretty hot. I like that.
she plays one and she shouldn't.
Stop. There was a list, and I can't find the list. There was a list of most suitable. Let me see if I screenshot it. The list of the most able
bedtime.
Wonder Women. I didn't. Yeah, it's
Bedtime.
bedtime. Here too. Bedtime.
Oh, there's
I
a
can't-
new list of
I
replacements.
can't. Yeah, the list. I can't find it. I guess I didn't see it.
Bedtime.
It's
It's a
bedtime.
school night.
What do you live in my house with Maverick and Tatum and Owen? Go to bed. Okay.
They're the best
Not
names.
Brent, I love Scarlet. Scarlet's my baby now.
So who's on the list?
I don't know. I don't have it. I thought I
Oh,
said
God,
it.
you
Look
don't
at
know
that
one
name.
name?
Not one name. I don't even know who half these people are. Coming up on the Yo Show, let's give a lineup of what's coming up because we got some great stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. And
If you don't go to sleep.
Taco Bell Mexican pizza. One go for that right now. Anyway, next Tuesday night, Jewel and I will be back with the beautiful singer-songwriter Kelsey Lynn here on the program. Very excited for that. Next
With
Tuesday, the 19th. October 26th, we named them. We gave them the name, the Essential Duo. Keith and Joey will be here. Keith Garner, Joey DeNoble, September 26th. October 3rd, our good dudes at Sour Station. Love them guys. Can't wait to have them on the program. October 10th, Bourbon House. Great two-person rock band. We love them. October 17th, they are back. Caitlin, I love you. I'm sorry.
new
Victoria-
music.
New music, Victoria Fire on the
Tonight.
17th. New music dropping tonight, pretty much.
2
October
hours.
24th is our Halloween spectacular with the absolutely gorgeous Fallon Vendetta. Drew, you want to see me
Yeah.
act like a moron? I do when Fallon comes on.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. I'm
We
so.
are, I still got to ask her if she's going to dress up. I think she will, though. She's a Halloween junkie.
I should ask her.
Def, you should ask her because she knows I'm going to ask, and she loves me though. I love Fallon. I'm just so happy we ever met her and first had her on. She's going to come on again right around Halloween time. She's like, dude, the busiest time of the year. I can't say no to you.
We're special.
I get geeked. I do. Profound. I get geeked. So 24th. 31st, we take off. Because, Miss Joey needs to get out for Halloween. Mom needs to be there. Everybody's going to be out trick-or-treating. The dogs are going to be going nuts. So we're going to take the 31st off. Happy Halloween. Enjoy it. We come back November 7th. You've seen her here, Sarah Higgins, and the amazing band Twisted.
Woo!
Woo! November 7th, super talented band. November 14th, our favorite girl, Beatrice Kimmel, and one of her clients, the band Barely Legal, on the program. November 21st, Joel, God, I am so excited for The Galaxy Has Eyes. When I tell you, a unique band, they bring the crowd, and now they're making their way up to Lovedrass and playing some shows and all. They are super cool. The Galaxy Has Eyes, November 21st. November 28th, rather, and December 5th, just announced, just happened 2 days ago. Brand new music from both of our locals. Yeah, brand new music from both of our locals.
I knew the
We have to
one.
talk about it. Mike Nappy, November 28th. Yeah, to talk about some brand new music he's got out. And December 5th, coming off her brand new album. One of my absolute loves as far as artists and just a beautiful soul and a great person. Laura Cheadle,
Oh, yeah.
back in the house, December 5th. Jewel, talk about this lineup because, man, we got it going on.
Oh my God, that's amazing. We got to get this Christmas Carol thing going.
Yeah, let's try and do the Christmas Carol thing like we did a couple years ago. And I'm going to do it down here so the reception's good because, man, I really did myself in. JD Wolf, you asked for it. We're going to do it right here. And a lot of people ask me, Jeff, you have the best beard in podcasting. Okay, maybe I do. How do you keep it so firm and so moist? Well, it is, of course, the Moist Collective Beard Care Products at www.rumoist.com. My good friend, local Jim Hutton, and his wife Tina with the awesome beard care products, beard oil, beard butter, beard wash. Right now, 20% off if you use the code YOSHOW20. Free shipping and every order over $50. Tune in right now, www.rumoist.com. Get yourself some great products for the dudes with the awesome beards. Keep them awesome, like mine. That's how we do it. And don't forget to become a good friend of Sweets by Rye right on social media, Instagram right now. Sweets by Rye, amazing homemade cookies that can be delivered to you. Make sure you follow them on Instagram. You can place your order right on Instagram. I need you to come here. I need you to put your foot up in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, Sweets by Rye. My wife is in the house with her brand new purchase. Get her. Look at those sneakers.
Woo!
Wow.
They're fresh.
We
Is
can
that-
definitely do
Is
it.
that
They're
blue or
fresh.
green?
That's actually
Just out of the
black.
box from Nike.
Fresh out of the box from Nike. We become Nike junkies and goat junkies. And
Jordan.
we're doing
All right,
they're
that's
Jordans.
enough of my feet.
So that's enough of her feet. Remember, you can buy those feet on OnlyFans at www.cassie'sfeet on OnlyFans.com. It didn't happen, but why not? JD Wolf said hot. You're right. She is hot. My wife is hot. My co-host is hot. I surround myself with hot people. Dale is hot. I don't like dudes, but Dale's hot. Great job by Dale tonight and young other. Jewel, bring us home, man. It's already past 10 o'clock. It's past our bedtime. Awesome show tonight, as I promised it would be. I am overjoyed. Man, I'm probably not going to go to bed tonight. I'm so thrilled with everything.
I know, it was such a great show. And I would say, Sweets by Rye, thank you for shouting them out. And her sister just had her baby, and his name is
Oh,
Bryson. And he came into the world Saturday, but in his little Phillies gear, he's so cute. But yeah,
Aw.
congrats to Becky. And yeah, just a great night. What is she
So-
doing?
she just took my Avril Lavigne drink. She, what is
Oh.
this? And she grabbed
Oh.
nothing, right?
Give her a
Little
puppy
sweet. Oh,
Does it taste
she's
like
in
Cass?
love. What's the? Give it, Cass.
It's dangerous.
Louder.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Is it like a four-
Dangerous.
Is it like a Four Loko?
Kind of, because it's sweet.
Is it energy?
100% alcohol.
It's 11%. No, it's not energy at all. It's liquor. Like, it's like booze.
Are you
man.
sure it doesn't say like beatbox all night?
She wants to know where I got it. I guess I get the feeling I'm making a road trip. I got it around the corner at the beer place next to Wawa, the one I used to always go to, the craft beer store. I think that's what it's called. Jewel, get yourself some Avril Lavigne, and this drink too.
How much sugar's in that? Zero sugar.
Thank you, JD. We greatly appreciate that. Sugar, I don't know, zero. I
You're
don't know.
epic.
You're talking sugar right now. You're epic. Steve Higgins.
You are epic.
Steve Higgins, you're epic. Your daughter is epic. I love you. Can't wait to get you on the program, and it's coming up in a few weeks. Don't forget, tomorrow night we are doing Yo Wednesday, and I have to announce it because, Jewel, I found a guest co-host all the way out in New Zealand. Don't ask me how I did this.
Ooh.
But tomorrow night we welcome the band, Unhappily Never Now, local band. They'll be on the program. Guest co-host, she goes by the Captivated Unicorn. She's a Twitch gamer and streamer, and I found her, and I'm like, how about coming on? She's like, why not? All the way from New Zealand. So when we do the show tomorrow night at 8, it'll be like 11 o'clock a.m. her time in New Zealand.
Wow.
Excited, but she's
Wow.
cool. She's very cool. She's happy
That's
to be
awesome.
a part of it, and I'm happy to have her part of it. And like I said, nothing takes the place of Tuesday night. We do Wednesdays to get in more of these bands and spread more out. And don't forget, once again, one more time, congratulations to us as we make our way to the Roku network and the Amazon Fire network as we join Planet X. You can see episodes of the Yo Show. Stay tuned. We'll have details when they start to air. We'll start loading them up. Past episodes. Some of those past episodes give me chills. I'm a little afraid. But
Yeah.
past episodes, new episodes, and the brand new Yo Music revamp with me and Joel playing some great videos from some of the great bands like Young Other, like the Grimjacks, like Nailbite, like a whole plethora. Joel, great night tonight. Really, thank you. Your final thoughts?
I just it was an amazing night. Such big news, and yeah, like you said earlier, I was having such a tough day, but this is just the highlight of my week, and so happy that this is all coming to be. And we had a great band on the night. Everyone go follow those guys and subscribe everywhere, Spotify, and also rate us on Spotify. We're on Spotify, and you can give us 5 stars.
Yes,
Like
give
I
us
gave
6
myself.
stars. Why
search
not?
us. Search us
But
on
you're
there.
honest about yourself. So we start doing some new things. And I love St. Ricketts to death. But we start doing new things where you have different songs take us out. And why not? Why not get taken out by one more by Young Other? What do you think, Joel?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Leave It Behind is one of their older songs, but an absolutely kick-ass song. So I'm going to let it take me and Joel out of here. I thank you, everybody, for watching the Yo Show. Huge thanks to Dale and Young Other. I'm going to let their stuff scroll down the bottom for like another second or two, and then we'll get it out of here to do our stuff. But remember, tomorrow night, Yo Show Wednesday, all the way from New Zealand, Captivated Unicorn, our guest co-host, as we welcome the local band, Unhappily Ever Now. Next Tuesday, Kelsey Lynn. Oh, Joel, she's so cute. I'm going to be a jackass next Tuesday. I know it. Oh, my God. For the sister from another Mrs. Jewel Tatey, I'm Jeff the Shark Perini. Remember, big thing coming up, Roku, Yo Show Music, everything. We are blowing up!
Whoop, whoop.
Remember, you've seen it here first. And when you see it somewhere else in like a month, you'll be like, are they the innovator? I know the Yo Show is. They told me. Have a great night, Jewel Tatey. I love your freaking face.
Love your face.
Love your face. Let's get out of here with Leave It Behind by Young Other. We'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.